back with comedian David Boyle, and I'm quitting alcohol. So I'm not entirely sure what's going on because I've been doing my show. I got taken around Perth today, but it sounds like Trump's doing some fucking wild shit. What is he doing? Like, what does he want to do? Make Canada the 51st state? I know he's tariffing. He's just a wild cunt, isn't he? He's basically putting on enemy tariffs. Like, the tariffs probably aren't even as bad for Canada now than they are for Russia or Venezuela. And he's like, just come join us. Come to America, the greatest country in the world. All you'll need to do to join us is drop your universal health care, drop your minimum wage, ditch Social Security, and you can be one of us, one of God's people. Trump, I wasn't expecting this. I wasn't expecting Trump was going to invade Canada. That was not on the list of things that I thought were a possibility. I'm not too sure many people had that one on the list. Imagine they actually do go to war with Canada. You have to fire the troops up. All right, guys, we're invading Toronto. Just, I suppose, kill anyone you see. It'd be hard to fire up the troops, wouldn't it? I mean, it's not colonial USA. It's not like back in the olden days with muskets. Canadians and Americans know each other pretty well now. I mean, I can't even tell the fucking difference between the accents. Unless it's like Alberta, Canada, and like Mississippi, America. Then I can tell. And to be fair, those are the guys who are probably going to have to kill each other. So we'll see how this one plays out. It's pretty wild to think... to think that Donald Trump is trying to make Canada the 51st state. I mean, I would have tackled something bigger to start with, but you got to do what you got to do. You got to do what your heart tells you to do. And Big Don feels like Canada is, I don't know, a troublemaker. Maybe they're punishing fucking Canada for the trucker thing that they did, forcing the end of COVID. God bless the fucking Canadian truckers, by the way. Just protest again, truckers. Just unite. Get onto Bitcoin. You're not going to be able to do it through PayPal. Just unite and stop, I don't know, the merge of the two countries. I'm not too sure if Donald Trump is aware of how popular America is in most of Canada. I know there's some people who are like pro-Trump in Canada, but like I don't know if they're that pro. Maybe they are. Maybe they're like, fucking, let's make Trump the king of North America. That wouldn't surprise me either. Donald Trump becomes the king of North America. Long live the king, and statues go up. These things are just so fucking crazy that they just might happen. Anyway, I haven't been paying that much attention to it, and I really can't be fucked because it's just going to get wilder and wilder anyway. Why care about this early shit? It's still January. He came to office January 20. Oh no, it's February. It's like the 1st of Feb. He's been in office like 11 days or something. Anyway, I got fucking taken around Perth today. I got to tell you, I've spent a little bit of time in Perth now and I haven't left the CBD or Northbridge, and I was sort of getting bogged down in this being what Perth is. But one of the listeners of the podcast, Brad, he asked me if I wanted to go for a spin today and check some other shit out. So I jumped in the fucking work ute with him and we fucking headed off. And Perth is fucking beautiful. Like, it's really fucking beautiful. Like, the Swan River, Cottesloe Beach is great. Scarborough, it's really nice. All of it's really nice. The coast, even into the suburbs, it's not, I thought it was going to be like a little bit more ghetto, but it's pretty fucking chill out there as well. It could be a place that I could live. As long as I never have to go down Northbridge again for any reason whatsoever, or most of the CBD, as long as I could stay, not that I'm a big fucking beach man, but it's nice to look out there. I would prefer to be on the river, to be honest with you. I'd like to be on the river. I'd like to see what's going on Frio and all that sort of shit. But it's much more than I thought it was. I thought it was mainly people yelling in the streets and stepping over needles and watching fucking animals go at it down Northbridge. But it's a little bit more. And there's money here as well. We were driving through some of the rich suburbs, and Jesus fucking Christ, some of those places, it's like Vaucluse in Sydney. It's hectic, but it is actually quite nice out here. Apparently you can't rent a fucking house to save yourself, but there's options. It's an option, but it's 5 hours away from fucking the other side of the country, but it opens up Asia for you. 3.5 hours to Bali, then probably fucking 4.5, 5 hours to Thailand. That's doable. That's doable semi-regular. Anyway, I had another show tonight and went well. I've figured after a few little ups and downs at the start, mainly downs, pretty much all downs. It was all down at the start. I was fucking eating a dick. But after I fixed up a few issues, mainly the issue was starting off. Instead of like basically going in and saying Perth sucks dick and you're all fucking weirdos, I still sort of say that, but I say it in a more roundabout way where we can all have fun with it. You know, I'm a little bit nicer about it. And that seems to be working. But like the people who come to the show that aren't podcast listeners, I have to butter up a little bit with some fucking there's still a little bit of hard work at the start I need to do. I need to really fucking put in some work, but it pays off towards the end anyway. Turns out you have to be slightly likable at the start here. You can't just be a cunt and get away with it. Whereas in Sydney, because they're a little bit more soulless and heartless and narcissistic and sociopathic, so in Sydney you can just be a cunt just immediately and they're on board. So it's just different. It's different people, different states of mind, you know? But the show was good. I got given some Dexies. This is the good thing. Well, it's not so good for me anymore, but if you're younger and that's your thing, like Perth, you can barely walk down the street without getting drugs like put in your hand. Like I've been here 6 days, like 4 of those 6 days I've been given drugs. I didn't take the Dexy, it's still sitting there. But yeah, there's a lot of drugs floating around Perth. Anyway, I've got fucking 2 more shows to go. Fucking, I'm actually looking forward to them now. Anyway, that'll do for tonight, and I'll see you the fuck later.